The Soul S-Nano have just arrived and they're packing a ton of features in one of the tiniest earbuds that I have ever personally tested. Awesome sound quality, transparency mode, and a compact design that I am truly impressed by. If you're interested in checking these out for yourself, check out the links that I'm going to leave for you in the description box down below. And while you're down there, you can also check out the full disclosure that'll tell you exactly how I receive and review all of the products on this channel. So now, let's jump straight into it. So first up, let's talk about that connection. So these are featuring Bluetooth 5.0 along with AAC and SBC as their connection codecs. As far as Bluetooth range, these are going to be giving you 31 feet or right around 9.5 meters in my own personal testing. Now, if you throw in a few walls in the mix, that might reduce the range a little bit, so definitely keep that in mind. As far as latency is concerned, they're going to have very low latency when you're watching video. YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, anything like that, very low latency on both iOS and Android. Now, you're going to have a little bit of latency when you're playing any sort of high-performance first-person shooter games like Call of Duty, things like that. But if you're more of a casual gamer, just like myself, Asphalt 9, things of that nature, it's not going to be a problem. Now, last but not least, these also feature dual connect, which means that you can use these earbuds independently while the other one is charging in the case. And I know that's important for some people because they like to use one earbud and then halfway through the day, they'll swap out to the other one. So they've got you covered. Now let's move over to the battery in the case. So they were claiming 5 hours on a full charge with these earbuds. In my own actual testing, I managed to pull 3 hours and 58 minutes at 75% volume. Now, to be fair, they were claiming that the 5 hours was based on volume level and the type of content. For me, it was straight music playback at 75% volume. Now, some people might say, wow, that battery life is really low. Well, these are super tiny earbuds. You can physically only fit so much battery in something this small. So please keep that in mind. As far as the case itself, it's going to give you an additional 3 charges on the case, which overall can bring your battery life up to anywhere from 18 to 20 hours total. As far as charging the case itself, they do have USB Type-C. Sadly, there's no Qi wireless on board, but this case is super tiny as well, so that's completely understandable. Now, speaking of tiny, these earbuds themselves are absolutely tiny. One of the smallest earbuds that I've ever tested. Small as in right down there, like slightly smaller than even the Phil T1 Lite or the Earphone Free Pro. So very, very small. As far as comfort, not going to be an issue whatsoever. For me, I could wear them for hours, not a problem at all. And I think this is going to make them much more versatile, even for people who have small-ish ears. Like I have large ears, so they fit me super easy. But I know some people have small ears and sometimes they have issues with earbuds and things of that nature. So these could be a very good option for you. As far as controls, these are using full touch control, and that's full, like full. You got everything on here. So volume control, skip track, smart assistant, answer and phone calls, play pause, and the transparency mode. But more on that in just a sec. Overall, the touch control works very well, highly responsive, so no issues with that whatsoever. Now, let's move over to the transparency mode. That was something that I was very surprised by on a set of earbuds like this. So they do have the full transparency mode, and that's the ambient sound. That's where you can activate the microphones so you can hear kind of what's going on around you and maintain situational awareness. Let's put it like this. It works. Let's put it that way. But it's definitely not the best that I've ever heard, like not even close. It is very processed sounding. So everything sounds artificial. If you listen to people's voices, if you talk to people, it definitely sounds highly, highly processed, which is kind of sad. But still, at the very least, it does work. So if you're going to need them for workouts, if you're going to be jogging, if you want to maintain awareness around you, traffic, things of that nature, it will definitely work for that. Things will just sound kind of funky, but it will work. So just keep that in mind. If you're looking for something with a better transparency mode, at that point, you're going to be looking for something like the Soundpeats T2 or the Soundcore A2 and C, something along those lines is going to bring you a better, cleaner transparency mode. But overall, like I said, it works. It just needs some work. Now, as far as performance, volume. So these are giving you an 8.5 out of 10. So loud, nice and loud. As far as comfortable listening for me, I'm usually going to be listening to these anywhere from about 65 to 75, sometimes 80%, depends on what I'm listening to. So overall, nice overhead in case I'm watching videos that might have some low dialogue. I've still got some breathing room where I can really move up that volume if I need it. So now when it comes to the sound quality, this has a very dynamic V-shaped sound. So it's very bouncy and very thick, and I love it. It's great when it comes to that. It has a strong deep bass punch. It hits nice. It's accurate. It sounds really, really good. So I was very impressed. Like I wasn't expecting that level of bass out of these when I put them in. It's like, I don't know, man, tiny little earbud. I don't know, but they really did come through with that bass. The mids on this is neutral-ish, so not really forward. So you still get some decent vocal clarity, but it could be better. You could EQ them if you need a little bit more. And then you get a little bit of a treble bump, nothing too wild. So you get some good instrument clarity out of them, but it isn't anything to write home about. This is not an in-ear monitor type of sound. This is more of a standard true wireless, giving you some good bass and some good treble and basically some neutral mids, that V-shaped sound, as I said before. So overall, very bouncy, very fun, hip hop, EDM, things of that nature. Excellent for that sort of stuff. So now let's get into some quick call quality clips. This way you can hear how they sound for yourself.
All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Soul S-Nano. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously I'm outdoors, a little bit breezy today, but nothing too wild. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Soul S-Nano. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously I'm indoors, semi-quiet room, so nothing too crazy. But this is the kind of call quality you can expect out of these earbuds in an indoor environment. As always, you're going to have to be the judge of the call quality down in the comment section.
Now, with all that said, if you're interested in checking out some of my other top true wireless earbud videos, check out the videos I'm going to leave right here on the screen. With that said, I'm out. Peace.